We are in Casa Linda and we are looking at what used to be the greatest Chinese buffet restaurant in Casa Linda. This was known as Szechuan Pavilion. As you can see, this was the entryway. There used to be flashing lights, big sign. Those lines are their most memorable items. We're here with Charlie Anton, one of the, what's your black belt degree?
Almost fourth degree.
Fourth degree black belt, and he has some insight into what Szechuan Pavilion is about. So, Charlie, how was the food there? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
The food's really good. Yeah, I definitely recommend the food.
Since the closing, are you sad about it, or are you, you have no hard feelings towards it?
Well, I mean, there's a Pei Wei across the street. I'm not really going to miss having a Chinese food place around. There's plenty of it. And then it's kind of a gourmet, so the service doesn't really have to be that good anyways, because I'm going to miss the food. The food was really good.
Okay, so do you think that the Pei Wei took out the business of this Szechuan Pavilion?
Yeah, I think it would make sense. The Pei Wei has a lot better quality, more advanced.
And it's a chain restaurant, like?
Yeah.
Okay. It's more well known. And do you remember or recall the service you had at the Szechuan Pavilion versus the Pei Wei? Like, which one's better, or are they the same, or?
Well, Szechuan, the only person you really talk to is the cashier. It's kind of a gourmet. You just go in, take your food, and go. But the Pei Wei people are really nice, at least in this area. They're always like offering stuff. They deserve their tips. So.
All right, thank you. We're on our way to what used to be known as Szechuan Pavilion, but now it's just a closed door. So we are pulling into the Szechuan Pavilion parking lot. As I can see, it's just a building with no lettering whatsoever. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, Michael, what restaurant are we standing in front of?
We are standing at the Great Szechuan Pavilion, which is not so great anymore. Favorite Chinese buffet / Szechuanese place to eat. As you can see inside, I don't know if you can see through the tinted windows as Nick draws closer, there is one buffet stand, and that is it. That's what is left behind. But the story was that the owner, which my family knows really well, and I do too, she said that it was hard making payments, so in a sense this was an unsuccessful business. The rent here was getting higher and higher each year, and she struggled with the payments, and soon she just had to close the restaurant. That was the best option. But towards the end, they started getting a lot of business and a lot of revenue, and I thought they were going to pull off a miracle, but unfortunately, this is what is left.
Besides Szechuan Pavilion, there is another restaurant we are going to be documenting called Campese's. It's a popular restaurant in Dallas with locations on Mockingbird and in downtown and in Plano. It's been in the family for several years, and we will be dining at the restaurant tomorrow and possibly interviewing the owner. The children are well known throughout BL because some of them attended BL, and they were also at the middle school St. Thomas Aquinas.
So What do you think of the food?
It's really good. I like the pizza.
What do you think?
It's really good. Same.
I'm enjoying myself.
So, how is your piece of pizza?
My piece of pizza is very good tasting.
How's your pizza?
Same. It's great. Awesome.
So, out of all 4 of y'all, which one is the best piece?
I believe that the white pizza, whatever it is the best.
It's chicken Alfredo with spinach. I think it's really good.
Yeah, that one's the best.
I like hers. What's yours? Chicken and Canadian bacon.
So I'm here with Nick, and we just finished eating from Campisi's, and as I get closer, we're going to explain to you why we couldn't interview the employees inside. Nick?
We asked the Mr. Campisi's aunt, who I guess was running the place, if we could interview her and maybe one of the workers, and she said no, we had to call Mr. Campisi, and he didn't answer, and I left him a message. That's his number and that's his name. Now, and he hasn't responded, and she's not gonna let us interview them out.
So Nick, how was your experience inside Campisi's? How was the service?
Yeah, I thought the service was pretty excellent. Our waiter was a little hard to understand, but understandable. It's an Italian restaurant. He had an accent. The aunt of Mr. Campisi was very friendly, and she served us very well. And the food was excellent. And the lighting was pretty dim, so it was hard to videotape, but other than that, I had an excellent time.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Campisi. We are high school students from Bishop Lynch High School, and we have come to your restaurant to film material for our film project. Give me a call. Thank you very much for your time.
According to U.S. Census data, 48.8% of the new establishments started between 1977 and 2000 were live at age 5. This is for small businesses. The failure rate is much worse than for startups. Smaller family-owned restaurants are usually not as successful as, the big corporations or chain restaurants like Pei Wei, McDonald's, any of those kinds of things. We were hoping to just capture 2 different ones, Szechuan Pavilion and Campisi's. One was very successful. Campisi's still bringing in lots of money, and they have 3 different locations all in the greater Dallas area. Szechuan Pavilion was not as lucky, and they had to close down and were replaced by a Pei Wei, but we will all miss Szechuan Pavilion.